Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is probably going to be a bit of a monster, so you might want to make yourself a cup of tea or like a bucket of tea. I didn't really have anything to mention in a monthly favourites. It would have been the same as last month pretty much, so I thought I would do like my ultimate drugstore high street favourites, so like the things that I use again and again and again. Some of these things are definitely stuff I use daily. Okay, it's going to take a while. I've got like 20 odd things to mention. So the first thing is the Makeup Revolution Pro Prime. It's like a priming spray. I really like this because, you know, quite often you'll accidentally use the wrong moisturiser, primer, foundation combination and things end up balling up on your skin and not looking quite right. And with this you don't need to worry about that. I can use it with just about everything and it seems pretty compatible. I think I've only had this maybe 3 or 4 months and it feels like it's about half empty already. I do use that every day. My next base thing is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. I used this today and I've used as many of these products today as I could. So yeah, the Healthy Mix Foundation is, I'd say, medium coverage, also medium finish, not too matte, not too dewy, and this is the lightest one, 51. It is still a bit too dark for me, so I mix it with a tiny bit of the Illamasqua white skin base mixer, but this, if it matched me exactly, it's 5 stars. I really like it. 2 high street concealers to mention. One is the Collection Lasting Perfection, of course. Been using this for years now and I love it. It's pretty high coverage and I use this for spot concealing all the time. The next one is the Garnier Roll-On Anti-Dark Circles one, and I don't care about dark circles and stuff, but I do use it for highlighting. It's really pale. I'm so used to like cheaper brands when they have a lightest one. I'm used to it being darker than me, but that's it. It's so light. I'll just compare it to the Collection one. So that's the Collection one and that's the Garnier one. It's, yeah, great for highlighting. I'm not sure the colour, it was probably called Extra Light, but it's 01. My next base product is the Essence All About Matte Fixing Powder. I don't use this when I first do my makeup, but this is what I have in my bag for touch-ups throughout the day. I normally blot first and then use this. I try and take a brush with me, but if I don't, I've got just a cotton pad in there if I've forgotten a brush. It's just a translucent powder that makes you matte, and I think it's about £2.50 or something ridiculous. I've only got one blush to mention, and that is the Max Factor Cream Puff blush. Mine is in Seductive Pink. I love this, it's what I've got on today. Kind of goes with everything. It's just a really nice formula and it would be very difficult to immediately put on too much of this, which is a good thing. And I've bought a few of these for my friends in some of the other colours and they really like them too. Yeah, I'd probably use this one like once a week, which is quite a lot for a blush for me. And I've only got one highlighter to mention because I feel like that's an area where the high street, in the UK anyway, is lacking. I know in the US you've got those Wet n Wild fancy ones, but we don't have those. So I've just got the Topshop Chameleon highlighter in Mother of Pearl, and if you have seen their Chameleon Glow eyeshadows that I mention quite a lot, this is the same sort of formula. This one's just slightly finer. It is what I'm wearing, and there's it on my hand. So it's like a duochrome pinky gold and it is just beautiful. Out of all the things I'm mentioning today, that's probably the most expensive. I've got a feeling it's about £12, but it is the best thing you can find on the UK high street, I reckon, highlighter wise. I also love the Topshop little glow pots of highlighter. I think I've got the one in Polished. That's really nice as well. I just only wanted to mention one, but now I've mentioned both of them. Moving on to eyes, my favourite eye base that I can get in the high street drugstore, same thing, is the Maybelline Colour Tattoos. I have probably like 12 of them or something. I just wanted to mention the two I'm using the most at the moment, and that's Creamy Beige and Vintage Plum. These are just really easy to use. I apply them with my finger, don't have to think about it, they never crease on me. Can't go wrong, there's so many colours to choose from as well. Unfortunately we don't have some of the really neutral, like creamy shades that the US have, but it's still fine. My only powder eyeshadow to show you is this one. It's from H&M and it's called Turmeric, and it's amazing. I've had this for a few months now and I tend to use it like every week, but it's quite a unique mustardy colour. You don't get it much in cheap shadows, and this was, I don't know, £4 or something, I can't actually remember, but it is really cheap. I haven't tried any of their other shadows, but this one I love. It applies really, really well, and they did have a very wide colour range. On to sort of creamy metallic shadows, I have these two from Makeup Revolution. They're called the Awesome Metals. I have Pure Platinum and Rose Gold. I just swatched them on my hand now. So that one's Rose Gold and that one's Pure Platinum, and these are very much just copying the Stila Magnificent Foils, whatever they're called. They do come with like little bottles of mixing medium, and that medium is amazing. I buy the larger version of that for doing my splatters on my eyes, and then it also comes with a little metal palette, but these are just great. The Rose Gold one is what I have on all over today, on top of the Creamy Beige colour tattoo. Again, I think these are around the £5 mark, really, really good value for money. On to liners. I don't actually have a classic black to show you because the ones I use daily are not cheap. So I've shown these before quite a few times I think, but they're the Stargazer UV liners. They come in about 6 or 7 shades and I think they're £3 each. They're great for doing little details and dots and splashes and splotches. They are so bright. And then I also have the glitter liners from Collection to show you. Again, they're like £3 or £4. I think they have maybe 10 shades. They're great if you're quite new to glitter and so you don't want to bother with the glue and the possibility of getting the glitter absolutely everywhere. These are just very easy to use. They don't flake off during the day as well, which is good. Onto mascaras. First of all, I have the NYX coloured mascaras. Again, like just about everything in this video, I have shown them before because I really like them. These are amazing. I think they're £5.50 in Boots. I use these as liner as well as mascara. They're the same price as the NYX Vivid Bright liners, but you get like double, triple product in these, so I thought I'd just go with these, and I have used them successfully as liner, and I also use them for dots and speckles and stuff as well as mascara. If you can't get as much opacity as you want out of these first, I recommend doing normal black mascara and then applying these. And then I have 2 regular mascaras to show you. I really, really love the Maybelline Mega Plush Mascara. This one is great at getting really fine fanned out lashes. It never clumps. It's just very like dolly, girlyish, fluttery lashes with this, and it is a very big wand though, so I sometimes get it everywhere, but I love the way it looks on. So that one's probably £7 or £8 like all the Maybelline mascaras. And then this one is amazing, and I know I've mentioned it quite a lot as well. This is the Primark False Lash Effect Mascara. They have about 6 mascaras, so when you're going, make sure it's the gold tube. I've tried all their mascaras and this is hands down the only good one, but also amazing. It's £2.50 and it's got a nice big chunky bristle wand, which is what I like, and it's what I'm wearing today. It just gives you really thick lashes. I never have to like work at separating them out, and I have repurchased this for myself so many times, but I've also bought this for a lot of friends because I just can't stress enough how good this is. Okay, I feel like I've sort of been rushing this, so I'll just slow down a little bit for the lips. I've got 2 lip liners to mention, and one is the Essence ones. These are only £1, which is amazing. They are quite limited in colour. I think there's maybe 8 of them, and they're all neutrals and like reds and pinks. So pretty basic, but they are really good quality for the price. The next ones I have to mention are the NYX ones, and I have a lot more of these. They have a really wide colour selection, although you might struggle to get the full selection in stores. I've only seen a really limited range, but online, like Amazon and stuff, you can get some of the crazier colours, and Amazon also have lots of bundle deals where you get like 12 for £10 or something like that, and that's how I've gotten quite a lot of my NYX ones. These are maybe like £3 or £4, or maybe less, I'm not sure. They're more than the Essence ones, and I do actually prefer the Essence formula, but these ones just come in so many more colours. They have one called 1000 Years that is a grey, and it's so hard to get a cheap grey liner, so I highly recommend that one if you're into stranger colours. I have 2 liquid formulas. I'm sure I don't really need to mention this one, but it's the Sleek Matte Me's, and I've just made a video where I swatch all of the ones I have of these, I think 10 of them. These last all day. They're a very thin formula. They are a little bit more drying, but they really last. Again, it's more of a neutrals and reds colour range. And then I also love the NYX Liquid Suede. I do just have the one, which is what I'm wearing today. I've also worn this one successfully in my eyebrows. It's really opaque and it coats the hairs really well. It was like the best liquid liner brows I've ever had. NYX have a really wide colour range in these. There are lots of more unusual colours. I know they've brought out loads of new ones recently, and I don't think they've made it to the UK yet. But keep your eyes peeled if you're into like blues and blacks, because they do have some in the newer collection. And again, I think these are like £5 or something. Really good. My last lip products to mention are the Topshop lipsticks. I have 4 to show you. These are more expensive than those liquid ones. I think these are about £9, and they do have a range of like mattes and creams and metallics. That's Armour, a metallic one. That's Secret Admirer, a really easy like pinky nude. That's Infrared, a deep orange. And that's Straight Ace, a great like vibrant purple. I really like these just as much as my MAC ones. I don't have any of the matte formulas. These ones are all quite creamy and glide on really well. Like all normal lipsticks, you will have to touch them up during the day, but they do have quite a good colour range. And then Topshop have some amazing like limited edition lip things, so I didn't want to show you them because you can't get them anymore. But occasionally they have lip stains and liquid lipsticks and really thick glosses that are really unique in colour. But you need to keep your eyes peeled for those because they don't tend to stay around. I really love Topshop. I think out of all of these, if you wanted to look into one high street brand, it's probably Topshop. And then maybe NYX. Maybe. Okay, I just want to finish off with 2 tools, and my one brush I'm showing you is the Real Technique setting brush. I know I've put this in favourites before, and I've got a video a few months ago that's like my top 10 under £10 brushes. And I know this one's in there. I think this one's £7 or £8. I have 3 of these. I use one to sometimes set under my eye. I use one to buff out concealer, and I have one that I use for highlighter. If you like to really pack on your highlighter, this is great for that. I wonder if you could do like your whole face with this brush. Or maybe your whole face with this and just fingers. I reckon you could. And then my last mention, it is dirty, sorry, like that brush was as well. This is from a brand W7. I don't have any of their other things, but I know they do lots of like Urban Decay Naked dupe palettes and stuff like that. This is a dupe for the Micro Beauty Blender. I really like this wet for blending out my concealer, and then also using it damp for actually setting under my eyes and around my nose, because the point on this is just so much pointier than the actual beauty blender, so I like to use this for that. I feel like I really stormed through that. My tea is still hot, so that's good. I hope you've found some new things in that, or maybe some things that you use now. I really like watching favourite videos where they mention things I already have, like that confirmation of how good they are just makes me feel better about them. So I hope in some way that this has been informative. If you want like a more in-depth look at any one of these things, let me know. I'll be back with some more tutorials when my eye is better. See you soon, bye!